We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And off we go from Tampa. And able to get this out to the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run it with Benjamin. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
Holmes has got it complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Buccaneers sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Second and 10. Another run with Mitchell. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. When you look at this defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Here's 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
No, we changed it.
Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A game there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Jackson. Here's a diving catch right side. It's a gain of 34. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
From the gun, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
In motion right is a running back. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. From the 5, 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This taken in right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll run with Holmes. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Jackson now. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
A nice job here getting the tight end involved. He's going to line up on the inside, and then off of play action, he's going to test the secondary by running a corner route. His outside receiver takes all the attention deep, and then he'll just find the open space, and he pulls the ball in.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second and 9.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come. As they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's Holmes. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Oh my God.
Now it's Jackson.
No, they did a bunch of tests.
Work in the middle of the field.
Oh my God.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
You know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go with the big one, man. Let's go.
He's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Yeah,
Set now
really.
to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Yeah. I'm getting under him.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
2nd and 4. Throw left side complete.
He got me that
That's
time.
Ross. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a signal and a timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half.
Because I called the wrong play on him.
When we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows. And this
Honestly,
is
I
no
just used the
different.
cover 4.
And sometimes you just need a
And
big
I
play
played the
to
cover
up the
4
bit. And they
on the
get
receiver
one
that I
right
think is
there.
going to.
That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year.
He's still not gonna be able to give me next half because I literally let him. I call something different. I don't want him to get used to what I call. Oh my God!
And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Do you need like?
The Bucks with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And, honestly,
And
33% interest is crazy.
He'll get this to about
How many more payments you have?
23.
If you refinance, how many more payments would you have? Yeah, you need to ask that question.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
Right.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Yeah.
Now Jackson. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
Okay.
And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown
I gotta
here
be careful
could
too.
put this game out of reach, and that's a strong
Not scoring like
step
I'm
towards
scoring
getting it
way
done.
too fast.
A run now with Holmes. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or
Fuck,
two.
man. He got his fucking X Factor going.
This caught. Reception by Holmes. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Like, why did he show me what he was doing?
Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Let's see. So I need to...
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now the Bucks deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
All right, hold on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A short throw there pulled in by all. That'll go for a gain of 7.
If he, no you don't. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so happy that happened.
Just a yard up to the 39. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
Fuck, man.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, I have to say, in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it.
And I'm spotlighting that receiver, too.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone. That they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He finds Rivera. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Mitchell again. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work.
He ran hurry up.
And finish in the end zone.
Running.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will
he got a big run on 4th down.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to look deep down the field. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Damn.
And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter. But
so we're gonna have to
not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Have a spotlight him.
They'll try and start this drive.
You about to try a high point.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So another
Alright, so 1
incompletion there.
minute,
He's
so I
hitting
gotta
on
run.
fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that
I
is
have to
not a
run
winning
now.
formula.
Yeah, so make sure
25
to give a little bit of credit to the defense.
drops.
They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's to his tight end.
Damn!
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Something got messed up because
A
no.
big play
Oh my
there.
God! I called that.
54 yards. And the Broncos are
I did not
back
call
within
that,
a
bro.
score.
I should have called a timeout.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Hit as he throws
Had his
there,
ass.
incomplete.
Fucking had him.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row,
Fucking had him.
you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere.
That's my first one.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Oh my God.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh my, come on!
And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now a play fake here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I absolutely like the thought there. Go after them before they really know what hit them, because they took the ball away after the turnover, took their shot, hoping to catch the defense a little bit unsettled. Weren't successful in doing it, but they did let them know that they will be aggressive.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rivera. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Tip Ryman from 6 yards away. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle.
Man, they just fucked me on my last one.
Game here in the 3rd.
Like that was a first down. That dude got open.
So we're right back where we started.
And the dude wasn't by me, and then all of a sudden he was.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. I'm about to fix it though.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't
Brother. Like, what are you doing?
3rd down today. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far.
That's what we're gonna do.
This is going to be 3rd and 13.
That's what we're gonna do.
From the gun, Jackson.
I did, bro. Like, they're just getting in.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that
Like
with
how,
multiple turnovers.
like how you get thrown off like that as soon as I go to a scramble.
Again, it'll be way too soon.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he can't.
Oh my God, let's go.
It's loose.
Yes, sir. this gonna work.
Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside.
Oh my God, bro.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset.
I can't
that
get a
he's been
fucking
hit
break,
that
bro.
many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Jackson to throw. Holmes has got it complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson.
Like, bro, you see what I'm saying?
Baron Browning make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and forever.
Like, bro, instant sheds, bro.
They got him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
He got 2 free, bro.
Taken from just outside the 30. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Bro, it's nothing I can do, bro. Like, I'm looking at... Yeah, I'm... Okay, I'll try stepping up, but they're still getting there, no matter what I do.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. On the ground, Benjamin. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And hauled in here by Rivera. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a first down in field goal range already.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. On the handoff, Mitchell. He will push his way down to about the 14.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast.
That's crazy.
Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away.
I just can't get over how all of a sudden my O-line can't pick up a blitz. And I'm sliding it. I'm sliding to the side and everything.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
I got people open.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Jackson.
Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Jackson to throw.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You're rushing 3 and you keep getting 1 free.
Play at this point in the game.
Bro, I'm telling you now, bro. I'm about to get pissed off.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Like, that's some fucking bullshit, bro.
To the 38-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half.
Hey, bro, you can't tell me that shit not weird.
I feel and that bothers
Nah, bro. Like, I, bro, and that was all game, bro. I'm about to export this game right now. I'm about to export the game. So I go watch it. I need to go clip. I need to go clip that play.